The Bible is a collection of sacred texts and scriptures that are central to Christianity. It is divided into two main parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Here is a brief summary of the Bible, highlighting its main components and the Old Testament. The Old Testament, also known as the Hebrew Bible, consists of 39 books in the Protestant tradition. Catholic and Orthodox Bibles include additional books. It covers the creation of the world, the history of the Israelites, and the laws and prophecies given to them. 1. Birth, creation, describes the creation of the world and humanity. Patriarchs, covers the stories of Adam and Eve, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. 2. Exodus, liberation, details the slavery of the Israelites in Egypt and their liberation under Moses. The covenant, the giving of the Ten Commandments and the establishment of a covenant between God and Israel. 3. Numbers and exceptions. ***, laws and rituals, focus on laws, rituals, and the Israelites' journey in the wilderness. Last words of Moses. Deuteronomy includes Moses' last speeches and his death. 4. Historical books, Joshua to Esther. Conquest and settlement. Joshua describes the conquest of Canaan. Judges, a history of Israel's pre-kingly leaders. Monarchy, Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles detail the reigns of Saul, David, Solomon, and subsequent kings. Exile and return. Ezra and Nehemiah describe the return from the Babylonian exile. 5. Wisdom literature. Jobs, Psalms, Proverbs, Sermons, Song of Solomon. Poetry and wisdom. These books provide poetry, hymns, wise sayings, and philosophical reflections on life and faith. 6. The prophetic books Isaiah to Malachi. Prophecies. Major and minor prophets deliver messages from God, including calls to repentance, warnings of judgment, and promises of future redemption. The New Testament. The New Testament consists of 27 books and focuses on the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ and the early Christian Church. 1. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. The life of Jesus. Each gospel provides a different perspective on Jesus' life, ministry, death, and resurrection. Teachings and miracles. These include the teachings, parables, and miracles of Jesus. 2. The Acts of the Apostles. Early Church describes the early Christian community after Jesus' ascension and the spread of the gospel through the work of the apostles, especially Peter and Paul. 3. The Pauline Epistles, Romans to Philemon. Letters from Paul. Letters of the Apostle Paul to various churches and individuals addressing theology, ethics, and church practice. 4. General epistles, Jude from the Hebrews. Epistles of the other apostles. Letters written by other early Christian leaders offering encouragement, teaching, and warnings. 5. Revelation, apocalyptic vision. A prophetic and symbolic vision of the end times, the final judgment, and the final victory of good over evil. Key themes. 1. Creation and fall. Creation. God creates the world and humanity. Fall. Humanity's fall into sin and consequent separation from God. 2. Covenant and law. Covenant. God's promises to the elders and the covenant with Israel. Law. Law given as a guide to righteous living. 3. Prophecy and fulfillment. Prophecies. Prophecies of the coming Messiah and future events. Fulfillment. The New Testament presents Jesus as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies. 4. Redemption and redemption, Jesus Christ. Central to the New Testament, Jesus' life, death, and resurrection provide the means of salvation. Grace, emphasis on God's grace and offer of salvation to all. 5. Faith and works. Faith, the importance of faith in God and Jesus Christ. Work, invite faith to live through good deeds and love. Why result? The Bible presents a comprehensive narrative of God's interaction with humanity, focusing on the themes of creation, fall, salvation, and restoration. It is not only a religious text but also a profound source of moral and spiritual guidance for millions of believers around the world.